All right, so have you ever felt like lately you've been like running out of time? Like there's just never enough hours in the day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's so easy to get caught up in, making money and trying to be successful and everything. But today we're going to be doing a deep dive on this idea that time is actually more valuable.
More valuable than money.
Than money.
Right.
So we're cracking open this text.
Okay.
It's simply titled Pasted Text. And we're going to understand why this matters to you. So
Very interesting.
buckle up, everybody.
Yeah.
Because we're going beyond the obvious here. Can we really invest our time?
Like we do our cash.
Yeah, like we
Right.
do with our money.
Mm.
So, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Well, I think it's so fascinating because it really does kind of flip the script on how we're all taught to think about value. We're so conditioned to chase, financial success,
Yep.
Whether that's getting a raise or, buying a house. But this text is really challenging us to see time as like the ultimate non-renewable resource that you
Mhm.
can't get back.
So the source that we're looking at here, it boldly claims that you can make money back, but never time.
Right.
It's easy to say, but is that really true?
Yeah.
Can we make better use of our time,
Sure.
be more efficient, gain more of it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but not really. Think of it this way. Imagine that time is like a glass and it's slowly draining sand. Okay, so every grain of that sand represents a moment. And once it falls to the bottom of that glass, you can't scoop it back up.
You could get it back.
You can get it back, but money's a little different. Money's like water. You can pour it from one container to another. You might lose some, you might gain some.
It's fluid.
It's fluid, exactly. Time only moves in one direction. Okay, I get that.
Right.
The scarcity part.
Yeah.
But then the source talks about investing time.
Yes.
So how does that metaphor work? Is it like picking stocks but with hours instead of dollars?
It's more about making conscious choices with your time, understanding that those choices have a long-term impact.
Yeah.
Think of it this way. Let's say you spend an hour a day learning a new language.
Okay.
That's a time investment in your future self.
Right.
Potentially it could open up career opportunities or travel experiences that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
So it's not just about avoiding wasting time, but it's about actively choosing where to direct it.
Exactly.
For maximum return.
Yes.
But what does that return look like? Is it always about these concrete achievements?
Not necessarily. The returns can be personal growth, deeper relationships, or even peace of mind. For example, let's say you choose to spend an evening having a meaningful conversation with loved ones instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media.
That's an investment in connection and emotional well-being.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
The source also warns against wasting time, which feels almost impossible to avoid in our super hyper-connected world.
Yes.
So how do we even recognize these like time wasters and break free?
Well, think of it like this. You're constantly being offered, time spending opportunities, right?
Right.
Social media streaming services, even just busy work that keeps you occupied, but it doesn't move you towards your goals. The key is to ask yourself, does this activity align with my values?
Yeah.
Will it bring me closer to the life I want to live?
Mm-hmm.
If the answer is no, it might be time to redirect that time investment.
So it's all about being mindful,
Yes.
making deliberate choices. This deep dive has really reframed how I view time.
Wow.
It's not just something that passes. It's an investment in who we want to become.
I think that's a great way to put it. And it really underscores that each moment, each grain of sand that falls through that hourglass holds potential. And it's up to us to decide how we're going to use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, here's a final thought for you all. Imagine you could reclaim just 1 hour that you felt was wasted. What hour would it be?
Oh, wow.
And knowing what you know now, how would you spend it differently? Think about it until next time. Keep making those time investments count.
Very good advice.